Good afternoon, good morning. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the Wheels America Cup Series this Thursday night racing. We're going to Road America in race 7 of the series. Drivers are out there qualifying right now, and we'll go over a ton of the information for the track. But let's go through a little drive-through that we want to talk about, and it's going to be a courtesy of our folks out there, Mr. Frankie Barroso, and all the team over there at the Wheels America Cup Series.
Good evening, folks. This is Steve Tucker, league owner of the Wheels America Cup Series. Tonight we are racing in Road America for our Prime Grid Racing Grand Prix of Road America. It's one of the country's finest road courses located in Wisconsin. Fantastic track. Right alongside me here we have Frankie Barroso, our current points leader. He's going to take us on a ride around this fantastic road course, just so you guys can see the characteristics and how we drive this very difficult track. So Frankie, man, take it away.
Thank you, Steve. Hi, if you don't know, I'm Frankie Barroso, and I guess we're starting a lap here at Road America. So we're through fifth gear, and we're braking right at the end of that pit wall, going from 180 to around 80 miles an hour, basically. So we're through turn 1. Now we're going through turn 2 and 3. Hard on the brakes. Got to be patient at this road course, especially with these cars. Once you get loose, there's almost no saving it. Now, down this straightaway, got a lot of time to think where your next braking point is. Now you're going from 170 to 50 miles an hour. You're braking before the 5 mark. So it's the hardest braking point of the whole track. Hugging the inside apex, tracking out a little bit. Now you're on the uphill where it's blind. You cannot see until you get up there. Got to be real patient here. Now through turn 7, it's a slippery one. Very easy to make a mistake. Now through hurry downs, got to brake just past the 4 mark. Get it nice and easy into the corner, low second gear. Not a ton of runoff to work with, but now you're set up through the carousel, turn 9 and 10. Go to the middle of the track, try to arc it. You're waiting forever. Now you're on the power, using the curb, and now it's the most important corner. Turn 11, the kink. You gotta be brave. You did well through here. Now you're through Kettle Bottoms, got a straight line brake, turn 12, Canada corner. Braking before the 6 mark, getting to 60 miles an hour, being patient on throttle. Now going through 13 right now. Now here's 13A, another blind corner uphill. Track out. Now through 14, you want to brake before that nice dark piece of racetrack. Hug that inside apex, track out as much as you can, get back on the track. Now you're going uphill. And that's the lap around Road America. It's a 2-minute 12 flat. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and Jason, take it away.
Of course, I appreciate all the guys over there at Wheels America Cup Series. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. It's been a ton of fun to see what they're able to bring, and a good drive-off here is going to be the big factor here. 4 miles in length. We're going to go over the track information, of course, all brought to you by Prime Grid Racing. We'll talk about Prime Grid Racing here in just a moment. Here's your race information on your screen. We'll get rid of that dang old timing tower right there. We'll redo this. Here it is right here for you. Road America is going to be 24 laps here for the drivers. They are again 4 miles in length. It is a super long racetrack for the NASCAR series and the Cup series. These cars have yet to come here in the 2022 series for actual NASCAR. So getting a little bit of a preview of what they're going to be looking at going forward. Of course, folks, my name is Jason. I am with Signature Esports. Love to see everybody out there, and this is going to be a ton of fun to watch. There's going to be stages here. We'll talk about that. Whoop, wrong one. There it is. Race settings for you. Stages here. Stage 1's going to be 7 laps, 14 laps for the second stage, 24 to the end, 4 sets of tires, one green, one green, white checkered if they need it. 96 miles in length in total, 24 laps total. The fixed step is going to be a ton of fun to watch. They do have one fast repair, so the driver's going to be able to make that work, and it's going to be a ton of fun. Thank you for the shares. Mike, thank you for sharing the stream out there. Appreciate you. Adam Newbert, thank you for becoming a follower out there or a subscriber on YouTube. Thank you for the shares, the likes, and all that stuff. Reach out there and do that. That's how we get these folks ready to go. Speaking of folks that are ready to go, you just watched Frankie Barroso get himself around this racetrack at 2 minutes 12 seconds. Well, he had 2 minutes 12 seconds and 61 to the good, so 0.61 for Frankie Barroso as he loads into the outside lane. He's going to be your pole sitter here. Jeff Tetro will be the outside pole sitter. Jesse Erdman. Now everything's going to be backwards, so they're going to line up grid-wise on the inside. That is on the outside and the inside. That's the way this is going to work. Erdman, Tucker will make up road 2. Josh King and Matt Smith will make up road number 3. Ryan Pasoko and Adam Newbert will make up road number 4. Reese Kelva. Mr. Kelva was first to qualify back here. He's going to be there in row number 5 with Michael Bennett to the outside. Matthew Fleming and Thomas Meeks, well, they're going to make up the next row for you as they start to get that grid. Brandon Perry, Brian Tagg, Anthony Williams, and Tony Edwards will make up the next 2 rows. Joseph Delight out there with Matt Opplinger in that 9th spot. Mitch Diamond, Joe Grijalva, Mr. Joe Grijalva out there in that 20th spot. Robert Richards with Jesse Nekula, that's going to make up row number 11. Nick Biddy and Josh Larson making up that 12th row. Down the rest of the fields, Joaquin Mesa and Jonathan Wright, Charles Ballin Sr. out there taking it to the tail end of the field. Folks, it is going to be an amazing race. I'm looking forward to it. All brought to you by Prime Grid Racing. And the thing about Prime Grid Racing, well, there could be a lot of things about Prime Grid Racing. Well, let's hear how they got their start real quick. That is Prime Grid Racing, aka PGR, was created in 2018 by Brandon Perry, who's actually out there in the race. He is right there in the number 21. There he is in the Nike scheme. Let's see, a passion to race along with wanting a properly run league setting was the driving force for PGR. PGR's main F1 series runs on Saturdays on Xbox and is currently in its 7th season. They've also added a GP series, F1, Formula 1 style, on iRacing. That takes place on Fridays as well. The league also has a history of running NASCAR Gen 6 cars, GT and F4 series, and other events as well. And league motto of clean over fast has been their base of success. PGR is proud to be associated with the Wheels America Cup Series. Search Prime Grid Racing on Facebook. Actually, if you go to the links in the description, you're going to be able to see I've tagged both of them, both of the links for this. You get their Facebook link and their Twitter link. You'll be able to get out there, give them a follow for me. Stay tuned for all the stuff that they're going to have. So PGR, no doubt, they want to see some green flag racing here. We want to see some clean racing. 30 incident points, the max for this. So they're going to have to keep it on the track because off tracks do count against incident points. So we'll see that roll. Yeah. Love to see it. Road America's history. It started hosted races in the 1950s and is currently hosting NASCAR Cup and Xfinity Series, WeatherTech Sports Cup Championship, IndyCar Series, the Pirelli World Challenge, ASRA, the AMA Superbike Series. If you haven't seen Superbikes here at Road America, it's absolutely insane. And then the SEC Pro Racing's Trans Am Series. I heard a few other drivers, not a few other drivers, what was it, Mike Joy gets the Trans Am Series out here and races with a bunch of folks. Good to see everybody out there. Let's go TFR. Thank you, Kelvin. Appreciate you. Joe, good to see you. You go Army, of course. El Paso is ready. Much love to you. Look at everybody out there watching Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. All the platforms are going to be there. And thank you to everybody tuning in. Thank you to all the folks that help the Wheels America stay funded, but also, you know, my hats off to the Wheels America. The International 22Q 11.2 Foundation is one of them. Thank you for subscribing out there, Michael Carter. Appreciate you. 22Q 11.2 International Foundation. Big supporters here for the Wheels America Cup Series. And what I mean is that the Wheels America Cup Series is trying to support that foundation. Go to 22q.org to find out more about that. Pace car is going to be in. And roughly, they're going to be ready to go. Barroso, Tetro, Tucker, Erdman. That front row looking for the green flag here. And they are going to get it. Green flag wave. Road America. For 28 laps. I said 24 out there. I'll go and correct all of that stuff later. It's 28 laps. They're going to be 14 and 14, so apologies about that. It is 28 laps for the drivers, so much love to everybody out there. I read it wrong. I probably transposed the 4 to the 8. Right now, this is going to be consistency over tire wear. 50% fuel in the cars for the drivers, so they are going to be able to basically find their way in the racetrack or find their way around this racetrack and pretty much do what they can to just make it work. Brandon Perry back here. There's a whole slew of drivers just trying to be patient here. Right there, Mitch Diamond in the 65. Trying to get to the outside and inside that Ford. Trying to make that turn 13 is going to be right next to him. That's going to be Brian Tagg. Meeks back here in the 55, driving the WheelsAmerica.com 55 car today. Good looking paint scheme. Some drivers get a little bit of that dirt right there. Got to keep it clean for the most part. Right now, Tetro, Steve Tucker in the mix. 1, 2, 3. We'll see how long they're going to be able to keep that together. Because right now, Chevys make up the top 3. Josh King in the Ford trying to full send into the corner. He gets in and makes it work. That is the international horse. That's the horseshoe, the loop right there. Let's. I'm going to pull up track map stats for you because I like to know exactly what we see out of it. Road America, an absolute phenomenal course. Here's let's see, the carousel up to the bend. That's going to be where 11A is, and they're going to get into the bend down here. 11B is the flat portion back before the right-hander to turn 12, the Canadian corner, or the Canada corner. And 13 is kind of working its way back around to 13A. 13A, the left-hander back right there. We're watching the number 7 drive. 14 around. And then the uphill climb. Elevation change to the pedestrian bridge and pit road entrance. That's what we're looking at right there. So when they throw the stage, that's going to be right back here where 11A is. And that'll happen roughly on lap 7. And that is where they'll throw that. So they'll come around, they'll complete lap 7. It'll be caution. The pace car will be able to get out there and make that work. And so everybody will be able to tighten back up. They'll meet the pace car, and they'll get themselves all the way back into pit road. So everybody will be able to complete those laps. And that'll be about the time they want to come in for tires and fuel in the first place. So it's a long way around this track. If they're going to be trying to get towed around this thing, they're going to be waiting almost 8 minutes to do so, according to the iRacing timing on what they do there. Good to see everybody out there. Much love to all the folks. Make sure you reach up, hit that like button, and we'll see what you're doing. Pasoko into number 3. Trying to be very good here. Best drivers in the course as far as iRating and license rating. Well, about an A-class of Mitch Diamond here. A-class 2.53 on the Road Series, 13.24 on the iRating. Tony Edwards has a 1681. He must love himself some good road course racing as well. And then let's see, Mitch Diamond. We got Brandon Perry, the number 21. He's A-class 3.46. He's working on the iRating Grahava. A-class 4.36. Trying to get to the inside. There's the number 47, driving the Ford Mustang here, right behind the number 32 of Nick Biddy. Ford's lining out 16th, 17th, and 18th. All these drivers still up some time here. We'll see just how much they're going to be able to get into the corners and make that work as they come around. Here's a little static cam for all the drivers. We're enjoying it, and hopefully you are as well. This racetrack is absolutely just phenomenal to look at. iRacing has done a pretty darn good job. Steve Tucker off pace just a little bit. If they go off track, they've got to slow up and give up that time. The number 24 driving the Douglas distributing scheme there. There's a look for the inside cockpit cam. Just looks back at the driver and shows that relative time. And it's going to show lap times for him. That's the one he has selected. Fastest lap of the race just ran by Frankie Barroso and Jeff Tetro. They both ran 2 minutes 14 seconds. 2 minute 14:45 for Tetro. It was 2 minutes 14:94. So you're figuring it out. These two drivers are going to be able to make it work. Kendra, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you very much. Josh King, 217. Erdman 2:16.60. Road Series Racing getting out there. Matt Smith in 6th, the number 35, trying to make some things work here. Pick a number, we'll see who wins. Barroso a favorite to win here, 1,600 on the iRacing B Class 3.13. He does like this racetrack, but Tetro not far off, and this is where they're going to be. Now, this is where I want to go with Tetro here for just a moment. We got Barroso's line there on where he was getting into the corner. Barroso down to second gear here as he takes the Speedville Bridge, the pedestrian bridge right there. Here is that carousel that we're talking about as Barroso runs the outer line. Tetro gets up into the corner. When they are going to throw the caution, it's going to be right about here for the stage. So lap 3 being completed right now. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in. Thank you to wheelsamerica.com for being an absolute fantastic sponsor of the series. And much love to all the folks over there. Hopefully you're having a fantastic spring, or this what is the start of spring. It snowed here today, so wasn't much going on with that. Let's see. What else is going on? Grahava is using the 47. That's his cart number. Nice. Jeff, what's going on? Giving Newbert and Richard some love. Appreciate you. Adam right here. Adam is right there. Richards is, where did he go? Robert Richards back here in the 93, Black Rifle Coffee. Good to see some Black Rifle Coffee on the mix. Speaking of coffee, not to shy away from Black Rifle because I do like their coffee. But Roasted Gems, they are, they're one of the sponsors of me over here, and I love to see them. Also a sponsor of Brandon Zimmerman out there, one of the racers that we watch each and every week. You'll be able to check out his car and all the stuff that they do. Some inside work for the 93 here as he tries to go around Reese Kelva and the 88 of Matt Fleming. Fleming with some nose damage, so does Reese Kelva. They're going to go all the way to it as the 22Q 11.2, 25 laps to go. Everybody trying to keep up to date on what they do. Brian Tagg off track here as that 13 into the wall. Might have to come in for a little bit of repairs. Might just hold on to it. We'll see what they do. Some of the drivers get warmed up here, and they're starting to run some of their faster laps. Thomas Meeks just ran his fastest lap. Grijalva just ran his fastest lap. About 2 seconds off the race leaders. But nothing to sneeze at. Fastest driver on the racetrack last time by. Mitch Diamond in the 65. He's in 6th up 13 spots. Jonathan Wright ties that. He is up 13 as well in that Ford. 21 right behind. There's Brandon Perry. A lot of drivers going to go off track. We're going to see that. Off tracks do count toward incident points. So you got to make sure that you maintain, keep that nose where it needs to be. This is the Nike Pro 21. Lets Jonathan Wright the 04 go around. Thomas Meeks in the 55. Again, drive the Wheels America. And the wheelsamerica.com scheme out there. Speaking of, we're talking about Roasted Gems. Make sure that you get out there and you go to roastedgems.com. They ship direct here in the United States. They are a U.S.-owned company, owned and operated by a little lady that absolutely does a phenomenal job. There's Frankie Barroso and Jeff Tetro, both of those drivers. Roughly about the same lap times to keep alternating. 1.3 seconds the difference. Josh King closing in some of that time as well, but to the outside Erdman goes. He's going to try to make some of that time as he gets up the incline here onto the front stretch. Now got to making it work. "24 laps to go." We'll take a look at the points standings. That's what I was getting into before all this before the race was doing. I was trying to create the graphic for it to work on my new overlay system, and kind of didn't work. Oh, if you see the thumbnail out there on YouTube, by all means, that car out there is going to be that's kind of a small reveal of the color and some of what they're doing for the playoffs. So that is the playoff banner they're going to be running, but the colors there, you can't really see. I kind of hid a lot of it, but it's a good looking picture, and thanks to Steve Tucker and the folks over there for throwing that at me. Let's see. Playoff points. Right now, Barroso, your race leader, just ran the fastest lap of the race, 2:13.81, is full sending it in about 4 seconds. The difference. Tetro back here, he lost some of that ground. I think Barroso's got those tires up to temperature and up to pressure, so he's giving it a little bit more each lap. Barroso with 2 wins is going to be top of the board. Tucker has a win as well. Fleming has 2 wins. Mitch Diamond with a win. So Frankie Barroso trying to take the win column here for the playoffs. Let's see. The playoff bubble looks as this. Let me pop that up real quick. Barroso with 2 wins in first. Fleming with 2 wins in second. Tucker with a win. Diamond with a win. Tetro in fifth in point 73 right there for him. As we see Tetro try to close some of that time back down now as he gets back into the corner. 5.2 seconds the difference as they close in right there on the left-hand side of your screen. Let's see. Jesse Nekula is 6th in the points, 47 above the cut line. Jonathan Wright, 40 above the cut line. Matt Smith, Robert Sung, Mike Bennett, Josh King, Jesse Erdman. That'll make up your 12 drivers at the playoffs were to start today. Joaquin Mesa, 5 off. Josh Larson tied for 5 off. Thomas Meeks tied for 6. Is 6 off. And he is tied for 6 off with Josh Larson. Joaquin Mesa has 5 off. So 10 points separating the cut line at the moment from 12th to 13th. And let's see, Corvo 16th in points. So that is the way it works for where we're at. All right. Rahalva back here. Having a full send kind of moment. Love to see it. Let's go. Mitch Diamond in the 5 spot. 17.3 seconds in gaining his last lap. A lot faster than Frankie Barroso's, and Jeff Tetro about 4 seconds off the pace on that last one. Jesse Erdman, fastest driver on the racetrack, though, 2:15.41. So 45 starts to apply some pressure here and working his way into the field. Right now, the 18 a lap down. Tony Edwards in front of him. He's going to kind of just do his thing. We understand drivers they're going to get past here. They're going to get lapped, and some of them are going to be looking at possibly coming to pit road or maybe staying out for a wave around as we see they get ready. 5 laps in. Barroso out front. And a little gyro cam. It's right along with a lap with our race leader in the cockpit here. Good drive off there for the corners. There is that caution we were talking about. For the stage, Frankie Barroso, Jeff Tetro, Jesse Erdman, Steve Tucker, Mitch Diamond, Josh Larson, Matt Smith, Michael Bennett, Ryan Pasoko, and Joseph Grahal will be your top 10. And seemingly pretty nice little drive off there. So they'll catch up to the pace car. They're gonna pace around, and a lot of drivers are gonna be looking at a free pass here if they came to pit road early. Stage 1 winner, number 12. So they threw the caution right there where turn that 11 and 11A is to do that. So when they come back around, now they're actually on that 7th lap. It makes complete sense and always a ton of fun. I wanted to talk about the 22Q 11.2 Foundation. And hold on. Because there are ways that you can get out there. There's a big donate button on the top right. I already have myself. 22Q International Foundation, or the International 22Q 11.2 Foundation. Let me get that correct. If you click on the About Us tab, there's an absolute just there's timelines of accomplishments. There's the people that are part of the medical advisory board there. There's a lot of folks there that help make this foundation an absolute blessing and a dream. Their vision, they envision a world where individuals with 22Q live longer, healthier, and more independent lives, where healthcare providers and the lay public are familiar with 22Q, and where continued medical research improves treatment options and the potential for cures. In 2003, a small group of parents and a local professional concerned about individuals affected by the chromosome 22Q 11.2 differences decided they wanted to make a difference. And while sitting around a kitchen table in suburban Philadelphia, the group brainstormed about how they might help those afflicted with 22Q. Shortly thereafter, the group was created. Absolutely phenomenal story, and there's a lot of ways that you can get out there. If you are impacted by it, there's a lot of ways that they help that as well. Also by pointing resources out. There's physician resources. There's some family resources out there as well on their website. Make sure you go and check that out. Other folks that you can check out as well, the sponsor of today's race, go follow them on Twitter, Prime Grid Racing. They, again, have stepped up and made a phenomenal commitment to the Wheels America Cup Series. We love to see it, and we love to hear everything that they do here. And let's see if we can dial up the old Frankie Barroso here real quick while he is kind of just sitting there relaxing in the car, pacing around. Frank Barroso, your stage 1 winner. Frankie, we watched your video on how you drive this course, and no doubt being the points leader here in the series, you're able to make some things kind of work in your favor as well. How's the track driving for you?
Track's pretty good. It's got some good grip in it. Just wanted to bide my time. No need to push so hard on the first couple laps. Saving fuel just because fuel was a bit of a concern before this first stage. But we should be good to go for the second stage. But all is good.
Another on the longer stage where 14 laps are going to be a factor here. You try to save and push towards the end. Because you didn't, it was lap 3 before. I think it was lap 3 when you ran your fastest lap, 2:13.81 for the racetrack here. Is that kind of? I don't want to give out too many details of your game plan here, but kind of the idea, especially with 50% fuel in these cars.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, we can't make it all 14 laps, but what people can do is probably split the stage in half, and there's a ton of ideas, but I think what I'm going to do is what best fits me, and it looks like I may have a little more pace than Jeff. Who knows? But we'll see in these next two stages what happens. But thank you, Jason, obviously, for broadcasting it. And yeah, I mean, that's all I got. That's all I got now.
Hopefully we get to see you there at the end. Keep it clean, keep it smooth, and good luck on the restart here.
Thank you, Jason.
Absolutely. Frankie Barroso on the number 12. That's moving up in the right channel here, like I was supposed to. I dropped him in the wrong channel. That was a surprise. Hopefully he didn't hear a full send moment there. Totally joking. Jeff Tetro, second in line. Normally I don't pull people from their channels, folks, because it kind of catches them off guard. But we did it. We did that. American BA Racing is going to be there in second. Grijalva makes the biggest move here. Saves a set of tires for the end of the race. Let's see. I think he only either took right sides or he only took fuel here. He's up to third. And the restart's going to look interesting. He's going to restart right behind your race leader. Let's see if he's going to be able to hold on to the pace here. Everybody took tires. Some drivers got in and got some damage repaired. Matt Smith, one of those drivers. Robert Richards did as well. He went ahead and took some right side repairs. Let's see, Joseph is still in pits right now, getting himself some stuff taken care of. Nick Biddy doing the same thing. They've got some catching up to do to get up to the pace car. Second stage should be fine, and should make it work. It's going to be a ton of fun. We'll see what happens throughout the rest of this race and the course of the race. Let's see. Brian, thank you for the like out there. Mr. Ranker, my number one fan. Appreciate you very much. Michael Bennett on his share left and rights this week. Yes. Yes. I put in the description. We're turning right. Oh, no. Yeah, 28 lapper here. I said 24 earlier. I didn't mean to do that. That was definitely... I put it right in the description, though. Folks, sometimes I just forget myself. And we know how to do it. Prime Grid Racing. They have some series out there as well. And that's, again, the sponsor of today's race. Wanted to talk to them about them one more time here. Prime Grid Racing, founded by Brandon Perry. They have a passion to race along, or race in, and along with other drivers in very, very, very... You know, and this is, it can be one of those things that folks don't, they kind of take that for granted, but the way I look at it, they look for properly run leagues, and they wanted to have that themselves. So incredible to see that they were able to do that for themselves. They have an F1 series on Saturdays on the Xbox, and they are currently in their 7th season. They've added a Formula One style series to the iRacing platform for their leagues as well. That is a GP series, and they do those on Fridays. Let's see. The league also has a history of running the Gen 6 cars, the GTs, the F4 series, and other events as well. So make sure that you follow their same model that I like. Clean over fast has been the base of their success. PGR is proud to be associated with the Wheels America Cup Series, and you can find the links in the Facebook and the YouTube description for Prime Grid Racing for their Facebook page, and of course for their Twitter. Get out there, their Twitter. Get out there and give them a follow for me. I'd appreciate it if you did. Follow me on Twitter too, at Real Sig Esports on Twitter. Not a bad name. Kind of liked it. There's the 21. There's the guy who puts it all together for PGR. Right behind him, he's going to have Matt Smith in that 35 and the 5. There's the number 7 of Josh King in front of him. Thomas Meeks trying to be faster as well. Biggest mover of the race right now, Jonathan Wright. And the 04. As we go lights off on the pace car here at Road America, we're going to have a little bitty shootout here to take us all the way to roughly about 14 laps to go. They're going to throw the caution on 15 to go, right there where 11A happens. So we'll see that one happen before anything else. Reese Kelva is your race leader. He came in on lap 5, and he got that fast repair. Frankie Barroso, your second driver in the mix. give a big shout out to Reese up here. He got that early incident where he had all that nose damage, and when he got that fast repair. Go follow him on Twitch. He does a lot of good stuff in the world, and we really like him. Twitch.tv/Texas_Kelva. I sometimes rate him when he's live. He's such an awesome dude. Go give him a follow for me, if you don't mind. I thought I had him in the thing, so we'll throw it up there. Here, let's do this. If you were on Twitch, go give him a follow for me. I'd appreciate you. Good dude. Team owner for the TFR group here. And we normally have the team points up, folks, but that was one of the slides that wasn't working, and that's how I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get the other stuff taken care of. So we'll catch up team points next week, and make sure we see where we're going next week. I want to make sure that I tell you correctly here. Schedule for it. Road America this week. Indianapolis next week. We're going to go to Indy for April 7th. And that's going to be absolutely insane. We got Indianapolis, Dover, and Phoenix. Phoenix is going to be on the 21st. And after that, it'll be Kansas and Talladega for the playoffs round of 12. Then Bristol and Atlanta for the round of 8. Championship race on Thursday nights will be May 26th at New Hampshire. And I'm looking forward to that one. I've never seen a league run New Hampshire for their championship, and it just so happens to be the local track for Steve Tucker, the number 24 back here. So look forward to seeing that. Kelva ready to go. He's going to be your race leader on the inside. Pace car is going to dip off into pit road. And we're going to go back to green flag racing here for at least 5 more laps. Side by side, Barroso. Full send mode for all the drivers. Turn one's going to be busy. Barroso takes the lead. Kelva there to the inside. Be right there. Break, break, break. Oh, man, that's insane. Ooh, nearly. Everybody trying to line back out, get themselves back in the mix. This is Michael Bennett here in the 19 up 2. Jonathan Wright right behind. Right, the 04 trying to pinch down a little bit there. It's not going to be clear. Right, rolling. Trying to make that pass on the inside. A little bit free on the corner entrance there. And in the draft he goes. He's in 5th gear now. He's going to try to clear 5. Into the corner, down low. Jesse Erdman to the inside, right behind the 24 of Steve Tucker. 04 of Wright. Ooh. Off track a little bit here. You're not gonna be able to save the car if you get turned around too heavy, and he did. He got a little bit on that right side, so he'll have to recollect and go back at it again. Matt Fleming, another driver searching for another win here. The number 88 Beer Nuts TFR driver having a good day. There's Joaquin Mesa. I like his guy. Driving a simstandings.com 42. We saw that paint scheme last week. Such a killer paint scheme. I do like it. I do like it. That was our sponsor for last week's race. Sand Gravel number 5, Anthony Williams. Under fire from the 93. Robert Richards fast here. And he is not done. He went to the back there for a little bit. He's up 7. Whoa. Whoa, 42. Woo, the dust settles. Joaquin Mesa able to save it there. Everybody working to avoid Charles Balance in that number 41, driving that Blue Lightning machine. You know, I wonder if I could talk to Blue Thunder out there, if he would ever... I always raid him after I get done, or Kelvin, or somebody else. I kind of wonder if I can get Blue Thunder, if Blue Thunder will let him put his logo on his car. That'd be cool, because I like, I mean, he matches. Charles matches Blue Thunder Gaming's paint scheme here. He's got a little old school on it. A little closer look. Old school racing. Into the corner. Frankie Barroso, your race leader. Grijalva in second now. Joe has got a full send moment. Mitch Diamond right there as well. Jeff Tetro, who was keeping up with Barroso there for a while, had to do some duck dodge and dive and dodgeball and to get himself back up to fourth here. Reese Kelva in fifth, still at 4 spots. He's got a lot of drivers behind him, but I think he is starting to figure a few things out. Steve Tucker, teammates, these what do we've got? Inside the top 10, we've got 3 of the TFR teammates, 2:15.30 on the last lap. Grijalva 2:17.68. As they continue, look at the brakes on that car. Heavy braking zones, getting those brakes. You got to keep those brakes warmed up. And as they come around the carousel here for lap 17 or 17 with 17 laps to go, not quite halfway through this race, and you can already see who's going to have what pace where. Brake failures do happen in iRacing. 3 1/4 second, the difference. Grijalva did not take tires on that last pit stop. He took fuel only. And so we know that some of the drivers behind him are probably looking at that going, all right, he didn't take tires. He's got a good pace here. Mitch Diamond trying to repeat a win here. Trying to put some boundaries into the corner. The number 65 is a great-looking car. I like that paint scheme. I like a lot of the drivers here spend a lot of time on their paint schemes, and I really like it. 65 side-by-side for second. 4 1/4 seconds to the number 12. And now they're going to try to close that down. Into turn 1, Mitch Diamond drives down. Fastest lap of the race. Frankie Barroso just ran 2 minutes 12:92. Heavy braking here into turn 1 as we watch the number 65 drive away from Joe Grijalva here. Jeff Tetro runs his fastest lap of the race, 2:13.93, and he is finding pace where pace needs to be grown. He's going to be able to do that as well. He might try to work his way around, or he might just kind of save himself for that long run on the next haul. We shall see. As 16 laps being completed, so another lap before we go back to the full length third stage. Barroso looking mighty fine out there in that lead. MK2 Aerospace, but you got to remember, this is a long race. I say a long race. They're long laps, and a mistake can happen in any turn if you don't feather the throttle, if you don't make it work for yourself. And Barroso doing just that as we see the number 12 car push boundaries. Mitch Diamond trying to close some distance. Right now, 6 seconds to be gained here. Kind of wonder if Frankie's going to try to beat that 2 minute 12 second mark that he gave us on the lap time for that video they sent over. Our tail of the tape is nothing. Joe Grijalva in third in the draft of Mitch Diamond. Free off the corner there. Blind curve. This is that blind curve he talked about. As the 87 tries to work that line himself. 47, 87 battling for third. Mitch Diamond pulling away here uphill as Jeff Tetro tries to make the pass on the long straightaway. He's going to do so. Gets out of the gas nicely. Climbs the hill. Hits that fourth gear. Heavy braking zone coming up for turn 1. And this will be where that stage is going to be thrown. Frankie Barroso, 2 minutes, 12 seconds and a quarter second as they come around here. It was an insane. He's running faster laps now than what he's done all race, and including his qualifying lap. Pat says my SDK video saved you. Thank you. Oh, absolutely, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, I put tutorials out there on YouTube for SDK gaming, so absolutely wonderful. I'm glad that it helped. I'm glad that it helped. Frankie Barroso coming around. It's going to hit that 11th corner and pick up the stage here for stage 2. Just kind of trying to take it easy. The Henry Designs on there. I tell you what, they've gotten these cameras pretty darn accurate. I like that they were trying to work on the grass texture, but I'd rather see the road texture look better than the grass at this current moment. Cautions thrown. They do make it a little difficult, but there's a lot there to be perceived, and I actually that's the reason why I kind of made it, dad simple. Caution. Doing Nerd Things podcast. New episode coming out tomorrow morning, roughly about 8:30 Eastern or 8:30 in the morning Central. I think they're Central. It'll be out in the morning. So when you're on your way to work or when you're at work, look up Nerds Doing Nerd Things on Spotify, on Apple iTunes, wherever you need to, and make sure that you go and you give them a follow. They've got some really cool stuff. They're talking about MCU universe right now as well, and they just finished up Lord of the Rings and some other things. They're talking about, I think it's the Legend of the. Actually, AJ, are you out there? Stage 2 winner Frankie Barroso. Updating the remotes, you can use shift and down arrow to select all. Yep. I just. They didn't have that before. You know what I mean? So I had to do them one at a time. And there's a lot of things that with the remote, that remote update is something they've put in the last 3 months. And after that, they didn't have the option to select all. And so that's actually, see, I learned something new today as well. So I appreciate you, Pat. I appreciate you very much. But I'll put out full tutorials and updates on SDK. For folks, I love the platform. I love what they do, and there's things that I would like to see fixed from it, but not a big deal on my part. Barroso, Diamond, Tetro, Grijalva, Erdman, Tucker, Kelva, King, Smith, and Meeks will be your top 10 here for stage number 2. Frankie Barroso doing it. Bears, here. Let's go TFR. Hey, Michael, what's going on, brother? There's Bears out there. How you doing, man? I just shared Kelva's link to Twitch out there too. There's no real race replay or no chat replay out there on YouTube, so I won't be able to see it later on. But you'll be able to see it on Facebook, and you'll be able to see it on Twitch on the replay and in my Discord. Man, oh man. Stage 2 is coming to an end. Another green flag pit stop will be in the mix afterwards. They're going to pace around. I'm going to take a small hydrate break and see where these folks line back up when it comes to where things are going to be. I think balance is still going to be your lucky dog here. And I'm surprised I think Charles is just coming around. He's a minute 20 seconds off the pace. A lot of these drivers still trying to catch back up to the field when it comes to being under caution. Josh Larson will be your lucky dog. He'll be working himself around the racetrack when they come back around. So he'll have to cruise the racetrack and then get into pit road and then get himself worked out there. So they're going to be back. I will be back. And yeah, great. Hopefully it's not messed up for you. AJ, how's it going, brother? No, they're under caution, so I just I took a small little old man break. That's what I did. I had to get up in the stretch for a second. Pat, you're amazing. Thank you for everything that you do as well. AJ, much love to you. Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. That is the guy out there, AJ, on not only on YouTube but also on, yeah. No, I took a vocal break. Got some water. Got some things taken care of. And had to take the old man stretch break there for a second while they did that. Much love to the folks out there. I'm going to go ahead and play that quick commercial break for everybody out there on all the cool stuff that we got going on. Caution. To the stage break, that is. We go back to Green Flag Racing here. We'll have roughly about 12 laps to go, something like that. It will be an absolute dream. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you very much. Also, Pat, I didn't see the stars coming across the screen. Much love. Marvel's Shang-Chi. Oh, yes. That's tomorrow. Okay, so, hey, real quick, what time? We talked about that before, and I want to put it in my head here, because I read things 3 times, and it's kind of the way things go. What time can they expect that podcast to be released? Because I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be waiting for it myself. Pat, thank you for the 500 stars. He says thanks for everything that you do. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the 500 stars that goes towards to paying the bills and all the folks that we want to make sure we take care of out there as well. Much love to you. Thank you to the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Thank you to Roasted Jim's Coffee. Go to roastedjims.com. Use promo code BZ. That's Bravo Zulu 20 for 10% off your first month. There's also a link in there for Duffy. Duffy. I keep thinking Duff every time I do it. Dubby. Dubby is where I get my my clarity when it comes to my morning ritual that I do. Some people do protein shakes and do all the other stuff. I do one of their natural, they're all natural powders that I put with water, and it's really made a difference, I think, in what I do. You can get 10% off by using Signature 10 in your checkout. There's a link for that stuff as well. Thank you to Dubby for coming on board over here as well. Thank you to all the folks that have picked me up and started supporting me over here. I love it. I hopefully we're giving you views, and we're giving you everything that you need, because I just love you all. You guys are all amazing. 8 a.m. for the morning commute. See, that's what I'm saying. I was talking about it. If you get to work, and don't use your phone while you're driving, please don't do that. I want you guys to be safe, you folks to be safe out there. But you get the opportunity, get out there, get your Spotify, get up on YouTube. You're gonna put it on Facebook. They're gonna everything. Shang-Chi episode comes out tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. You've given a lot of detail when it comes to what you folks do with what you did with the Lord of the Rings episodes. Probably my favorite. I mean, what a great way to bring me in when you're 5 weeks or 4 weeks into an episode series that I really like. So it's absolutely awesome. Appreciate all the folks out there. AJ, thank you for the link out there as well. I appreciate you. Folks, Broso, Stage 2 winner. Stage 1 winner. Can he sweep the stages and win it here? He's had the consistency here, but Mitch Diamond, who's been just as fast He's going to be out there. Barroso's going to have a full send moment. Somebody's going to come to pit road early and try to take that away from him. Up the hill they go. Pace car's in. Green flag waves for the final 11 laps here at Road America. Last time we were here at Road America, it wasn't a great experience for me. These drivers have made it work for me. So I'm pleasantly surprised, and I absolutely enjoy it. Right now, the 12 through the corner of turn 1, turn 2, turn 2A coming up. Turn 3 was the right-hander right there, and Mitch Diamond all over the back bumper of Barroso. Kelva in third. Josh King right behind him. Josh King has no hood. Michael Bennett in the 19 still has that right side. Joaquin Meza and Opplinger off track. They had an issue back here. There's Matt Opplinger. I do love his paint scheme here. He's my favorite because of the Yingling. You broadcast for ESTV, one of the biggest reasons why you watch the. Hey, I appreciate you. Broadcasting is fun. You just have to kind of just bide your time, take your time, and understand and learn the tracks. Matt Smith locking up the brakes right there just a little bit, or the 45. So Matt Smith's going to be off track. He's going to have to be very gentle getting that car back up on the track right now. 55 is going to go around. Do believe Matt Fleming might go around as well. A lot of drivers hitting that dirt pavement back here. There's the 47 of Grijalva doing a great job. Joaquin Mesa trying to make things work for himself. There's the number 42. Simstandings.com driver right now, 1 and 2, belonging to the 12 and the 65. Reese Kelva in third. As we look at Josh King trying to apply some pressure. Michael Bennett in the 19, working on it as well. I wonder how Josh's car is sounding right there. He's got a whole lot of airflow. Got the coolest engine on the track. Robert Richards had to jump to pit. Something happened to him. Hopefully he is all right. Infield Care Center is going to be seeing him there. Yeah, he's got no right side, no damage there. Damage. He's got no front clip right there. Barroso, Diamond. Now Barroso, after about 2 laps, gets faster. He gets those tires and those brakes warmed up and then puts a full send mode in there and still carries into the corner very nicely. Reese Kelva pulling it back within 2 minutes 20 seconds. His fastest lap, 2:19.16. Might be able to try to find some ground here. Josh King's fastest lap, 2 minutes 16. I think the only thing working against him is maybe some of that nose damage. And right now, there goes the 19. We all try to do our best, folks, and as we do, we just love to see it. Thank you to everybody out there doing what you do and being a part of it. I'm going to pin that comment. Thank you, Pat, for all of for the stars out there, giving some love out there on the stream. Much love to you as well. Thank you to all the folks doing what you do to be who you are and keep being yourself. That's all I could ever ask. Just be yourself. There's Brandon Perry. There's a sponsor of today's race. Looks like he's having some fun. Nike Pro 21. Wheels America Cup Series. We'll be back at it again next week at Indianapolis. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch those drivers do it. Hopefully, I hope they are running a longer race at Indy. And the only reason why I say that is because I would like, if somebody gets out there and they want to run the full Indy 500 or the full Coke 600, I'm down for NASCAR. I'm down. Let's full send it. I'm down to give it a shot. There'll be a lot of broadcasting. There'll be a lot of talking. I wouldn't be mad. Barroso extending the lead. I talked about him getting faster. Well, that's what he's doing. Jeff Tetro, who was in second for the longest time, who started second, has no nose to that car. And I don't know what happened. Frankie Barroso just ran the fastest lap of the race. Let's go and see. Throw it up there. We'll throw up the fast lap times for everybody. Ooh, I'm going to be working on it. Best lap time. Barroso, 2 minutes, 12 seconds, 01. Appreciate you, Joe. Appreciate you guys out there. Appreciate you, folks. Much love to you. Barroso getting faster. Tetro into pit road. Nekula into pit road as well. Simstandings.com 84. Good to see Jesse out there running some stuff. 12:65, 4:7:45. That'll be your top 5 drivers here so far. Reese Kelva trying to... And Reese is running faster laps too. He's got Josh King all over the back bumper. 2 minutes 17 and 34 to the good. Mitch Diamond ran his fastest lap. 2 minutes 13 and 37 to the good. Barroso just super stinking fast here. Whoa, somebody off track back there. Who was that? Was that? That wasn't Mesa. Who was that? Was that? That was Charles? Come on, Charles. We need to put you some thunder on there. Full send for the 12 into the corner. He says, out of that corner, you want to get dicey. You can't be scared to get around that corner right there. That's exactly what he's doing. Mitch Diamond trying to close down some of that distance here. So we'll go back. That's the fastest lap time. So there's a gap between the drivers. There was about... ooh, somebody blew an engine. I don't know who that was. 55 coming around. There's Adam Newbert in the 17. Wyndham Resort 17. He's got no hood as well. He's got the modified look. Brandon Perry in 7th. Clean race for him today. Again, thank you to all the folks out there, including folks like this who you know, some of these folks got familiar with iRacing during the old co-vitical that was out there. And something that we've seen with it is that they come from platforms like NASCAR Heat, the Xbox, PlayStation, whatever they were doing before. Some of the folks that we've seen out here have been on iRacing for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. iRacing came out in 2008 for the first time, so that's something that, you know, it comes without saying that this platform's been around, but it doesn't mean that that folks aren't finding big BA uses for it, and that's exactly what they're doing. Frankie Barroso, your race leader, 3.8 seconds. His last lap, 2:13.56. He is the fastest driver on the racetrack, but not by much. Mitch Diamond, 0.7 of a second slower, and I wonder if the long run's going to be able to provide something for Mitch Diamond here. Let's see, what was it? PGR. Prime. You know, they need an Optimus Prime commercial. I wonder if I could find somebody that does that. Anyway, Prime Grid Racing, aka PGR, was created in 2018 by Brandon Perry, who is on the track. He is currently in 6th. He got around the 17 there. They have a passion to race along with properly run leagues. And they want that kind of setting, and that is kind of their driving force for what they do out there. So Prime Grid Racing has a main F1 series on Saturdays on the Xbox, and they are currently in their 7th season. They've also added a GP series or an F1 style series on iRacing that takes place on Fridays as well. The league also has a history of running NASCAR Gen 6 cars, GT F4 series, and other events. Their league motto, Clean Over Fast, has been the base of their success. PGR is proud to be associated with the Wheels America Cup Series. Search for Prime Grid Racing on Facebook and at Prime Grid Racing on Twitter. There are links in Facebook and in the description on Facebook and YouTube, so you would directly click the links to that. Go give them a follow for me. Let them know that I said hello. They do a ton of fun. Barroso, Diamond fell off that last lap a little bit here. He gets into the braking zone, kind of loose there. Hard brakes. You see those big single lugs here. They are very much a big factor. 7 laps to go as Frankie Barroso is going to come around. You see how heavy those brakes are. They're very large. The calipers are huge. 17-inch wheels here with the very, very thin wall tire. We've watched in NASCAR how those tires just kind of blow, and there's nothing left of the car afterwards. So it's a good thing that iRacing hasn't adopted that policy. But I would like to see mechanical failures. That would be interesting. It would be highly interesting. Hello, Carly. 8 laps to go. How you doing, darling? How was bowling? Good to see you out there on the old Twitter. Or on the old Twitch, not Twitter, on Twitch. Let's go. 22Q 11.2 Foundation, the international foundation for awareness and resources for families that are battling that condition out there. Of course, the 22Q 11.2 chromosome, that is an absolute... there's lots of defects that can happen after birth with that condition. So go to 22q.org, the number two, the letter Q.org. Click the donate button. Read the information first. I always encourage you because it might give you an opportunity to find a way to do more for yourself as well. Barroso, 5.8 seconds over Mitch Diamond, but this is where Mitch might be able to catch up. Some straightaway speed might be. Well, it wasn't too bad. Just got home. Perfect. He gets into turn 1. He is going to carry some speed into turn 1. We'll see just where the braking zone is. There's the 35 of Matt Smith coming off pit road. And so Mitch Diamond gets around turn 1, turn 2. A little dog leg. Then in turn 3 is going to be a right-hander. It's going to be pretty heavy right here. Dink. A little loosey-goosey right there. Not too bad. 5.7 seconds. Didn't really lose that much time. I think the straightaways is where that Ford has really made it work. Erdman, Calva come to pit road to complete their green flag pit cycles. Jesse Erdman to the 45. Comes down pit road. I think he might have been coming in a little bit hot right there. Brandon Perry going to be one of those drivers that comes in as well. It's got some nose damage there. Barroso, Mitch Diamond, Joseph Grijalva to third. Adam Newbert in fourth. Have some fun. Now, got to make sure you like the stream and show some love. Thank you very much. Carly is my, just so everybody knows, Carly is one of my admins, and she takes care of me whenever I can't take care of me. She's amazing. Oh, dang it. Dang, oh, dang, oh, dang. Something interesting about Road America, they have the Briggs & Stratton Motorplex. In addition to the main course, the facility includes a 0.8-mile karting track called the Briggs & Stratton Motorplex. Inside the carousel, the Motorplex hosts 2 series of karting events. It hosts weekly events on Tuesdays in the summer, and it also hosts approximately 6 Saturday events during the summer. The Motorplex also hosts events sanctioned by the Northwoods GP Series running Supermoto and the Street Bike Racing using small displacement motorcycles. How cool is that? Can only help somebody. Perfect. Don't worry about that. Let's see. How cool would it be? Here comes Barroso to pit road. Mitch Diamond's going to stay out for one more lap. How cool would it be if iRacing put in karts? We've watched karts be such a predominant factor here for a lot of drivers. A lot of drivers get out there and they get their starts in the kart series or in the dirt series. We watched a lot of local tracks kind of gain some traction there too. How cool would it be if that were the case? Carly, thank you for being on Facebook too. Thank you for the like out there. Much love to you, dear. Rahalva a second. Barroso leaving pit road now. He had such a lead. He's only back to third. There's Adam Newbert there in fourth. Nick Biddy in fifth. Jesse Erdman, Jonathan Wright, Matt Fleming, Steve Tucker. All of these drivers still need to come to pit road. Reese Calva back to 10th here. And when he came to pit road, he took tires and everything. He says, let's go. 65, 47, 12, 17, 45. That'll be your top 5 so far. Adam Newbert still needs to come to pit road. Grijalva still needs to come to pit road. Mitch Diamond still needs to come to pit road. Barroso has 37 and a half seconds to gain here, and he will do that pretty easily. Pit road speed here is super slow, something like 30, 35 miles an hour. It's hard to maintain that. 5 laps to go. Mitch Diamond out front, getting some time led here. Joe Grijalva in second. Barroso in third. Adam Newbert in fourth. Erdman in fifth. Came to pit road on lap 22. Jonathan Wright in the 04. Came in on 16. Steve Tucker came in on 18. Matt Fleming came in on 15. Josh King and Reese Kelva came in on 21 and 22. Kelva with the lap fresher tires, which means 4-mile fresher tires. Turn on the lights. I can't do that while we're already in stream. So sorry. Back on Twitch. Thank you, dear. Appreciate you very much. Thank you to all the folks out there. I'll turn them on after the stream's over. So sorry. 34 and a half. 35.8. Barroso trying to go around Grijalva. Grijalva goes to pit road, so that'll be where he finds his next time. 17 of Adam Newbert will look to come to pit road, I'm sure, this time by, because he's going to be very, very close on fuel. Up the racetrack, heavy into the braking zone. Let's see how fast he goes here. 40 miles an hour. I thought it was pretty close to that, 40 miles an hour. And if you heard that little dee-doo, 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 dee-doo right there, that was the alarm saying, hey, you're on pit road. It lets all the safety crews know, and we've been starting to hear that here recently. More so that there's been a lot of that influenced in iRacing. Grijalva, Newbert, Fleming coming to pit road. Tucker trying to make it. He's got 4 to go here. He came out on 18. We'll see just where he ends up here. Reese Kelva got around Nekula. He's going to be right behind Josh King here. They are in the mix. Josh King trying to finish inside the top 3. He's got some work to do. Mitch Diamond still needs to come to pit road. Move somebody off track right there. That was, I don't know who that was. Matt Fleming to pit road. Somebody was backwards right there. There's the 82. That's Opplinger there. Matt Opplinger, first car, 1 lap down. It shows on my relative. SpongeBob. I love it. I love it. Good run for the drivers. 3 laps to go. I think Mitch is going to try to run it out of fuel. Newbert off track and around 17. Full send. Kelva looks fine. I wanted to make sure that Kelva didn't get in there. Kind of want to know what happened to... I don't know what happened. That was Adam Newbert. Did he have to jump to pit road? Oh, he had to jump to pit road. That's a shame. Frankie Barroso smashing the record here at the track. 2 minutes 11 and 70 to the good. That's the fastest lap of the race. And he smashed that 2 minute 12 second flat before. Holy cow. Where's it at? Where's that little thingamajigger that I always click on? Yes, I said thingamajigger. I'm that guy. Oh man, where's it at? Still have it. There it is. Top of your screen. Fastest lap. Barroso. 2 minutes 11 seconds. 0.696. It's crazy fast around this racetrack. And considering the next best lap time is 2 minutes 13:37, that'll be the race leader, Mitch Diamond here. He's just, yeah, I said he's getting faster. He is getting faster. 3 laps to go, 30 seconds separate Mitch Diamond, who needs a splash of fuel to get around this racetrack. It's so pretty. I got to push the thingam on the thingamajig. I think I know what you mean. Hold on. Comes to pit road this time. Diamond in. There it is. And there it is. Thank you, Carly. Appreciate you. 24 laps. They are absolutely. So Barroso leaves pit road. Mitch Diamond, and he's just as fast. 2 minutes 20, 2 minutes 12 and 60 to the good. Mitch Diamond comes off pit road. Jesse Erdman will be in third. Steve Tucker still with 2 laps to go. Tucker might be good. Yeah, 24 laps, 96 miles. And that's a lot. Plus, they had to pace around for 4.5 minutes a lap. That's rough. It's rough. Joaquin Meza, and let's go through drivers here. 51 of Josh Larson at 20th. Opplinger in 20th. Matt Fleming in 19th. Anthony Williams right here in the number 5. He's in 18th. Joaquin Mesa in the number 42. Oh, bad timing on my part. Sorry about that. He's going to be a lap down. Matt Smith in 16th. He's up 8 spots, though, so nothing to sneeze at there. Ryan Pasoko in the number 3. He's off 8 from the start of the race. He's in 15th. Thomas Meeks off 2. He's still trying to make some things work here. Brandon Perry in the 21. He's got a little battle here with the 19 in front of him. As 8 complete the next lap or 2. Still on the lead lap, so there's a race still in the mix here. 19 off to Brandon Perry right where he started. Nick Biddy up 12, the number 32, trying to make it work. Jeff Tetro has been trying to race this racetrack for the entire race to get himself back to second. Something happened on pit road or something to make that change. There's the 84 of Jesse Necrolo, who is in 13th. I'm sorry, up 13 from the back to 9th. Jonathan Wright in the 04 up 18, biggest mover of the race. Reese Calva to 7th here, and still being very consistent. He's tracked down Josh King, who's off a spot from the start of the race. They had a little separation earlier, but these two are trying to make it work. Grijalva doing a phenomenal job inside the top 5, up 17. Steve Tucker in 4th, right where he started. So is Jesse Erdman, the Toyota. And then Mitch Diamond up 17 from the start of the race. White flag waves, and he's got full send on his mind. You can see your race leader, Frankie Barroso, started on the pole, and that's where he's been. And other than a few pit cycle strategies here, he found himself in a good spot. Steve Tucker in 4th. I'm curious if Steve's going to be able to make it around. This is the last lap for him, I do believe. He's got a minute, so he might not be. I don't know. He might not make it. I don't know. Front 2, 6.5 seconds apart. And that's what 6.5 seconds looks like on this racetrack. A little blimp view. There is the 65. Here's 6.5 seconds. Around 2 corners. Just barely around 2 corners. Thank you, Mubot, for being out there. Appreciate you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Question mark. Kelva and King. Positions just changed. Don't give up. King's not done yet. Turn 1's going to be very, very busy for him right here. Hard brake. Look at those glowing brakes, man. The white flag has waved. It is 4 miles. It's huge track. Huge track. Frankie Barroso's made short work of it. Mitch Diamond tried to hold on for an extra lap there, a lap or two. And I think if he came in when Steve Tucker did, he wins this race just based off of the drive style that they did. Barroso has had a great drive here. And as he approaches the 35 behind, Smith and Perry are battling it out. But Frankie Barroso comes around. He's going to win it here. And he's going to do so in style. The number 12 gave you a preview here of the race and just had a phenomenal drive off, and he will come around and pace around. I'm sure he'll let folks finish the race, and he'll just do his thing. That's what you call a phenomenal race. There's the 45 there. Mitch Diamond will finish in second. Erdman and Tucker. Erdman comes across to finish third. So it'll be Chevy, Ford, Toyota, the top three. Everybody else still battling it out there. I'm going to get rid of that, and we're going to start looking at drivers. There's Steve Tucker coming around. He's got a little last turn right here. Get the uphill climb. He'll finish in fourth. Joe Grijalva with no hood, top five. Van Opplinger right behind him. Opplinger will finish in 18th. Josh King got himself back around Reese Kelva here. Kelva yeeting himself off track a little bit there, but he's good. He's good. Kelva still finishes inside the top 10. He's up 2 spots from the start of the race. Jeff Tetro battled back to 8th. He started second, and he's going to come around, finish up the hill as well. Jesse Nekula finished in 9th. I do believe Jonathan Wright still has Thomas Meeks behind him, so this is kind of that race that you see there. Frankie Barroso through the tunnel. That's the Michelin tunnel right there. Johnsonville Speedville tunnel. And a good race for him there. We'll let him get all situated, and we'll let the race do its thing. I'm going to throw up on a commercial real quick while these folks get ready to celebrate. Celebrations in order. Everybody getting around and finishing up their laps. And they'll come to pit row. The 12 will come up and celebrate here. As he dominated the stage here. The stages. And was able to work himself back around. Frankie Barroso is going to be your race winner here. As it's a ton of fun. All the drivers hitting pit road. Barroso's going to celebrate. And we will see if he's going to be able to burn it down. This is kind of a small spot to be able to do that. So let's see if he lights him up right here. There it is. On top of the hill. Oh, I love it. I love it. There's a good celebration for you. He keeps it clean, too. I'll get great pictures of that. Race results. Brought to you by the folks over at wheelsamerica.com. Make sure you go to wheelsamerica.com for all your tire. And they're based right here in the United States. Go give them some love. Check out their rims and tires for your vehicle. I appreciate you very much. They'll point you in the right spot if they don't have it. So, Frankie Barroso, Mitch Diamond, Jesse Erdman, Steve Tucker, Grijalva. That'll be your top 5. King Calva, Tacho Nekulo, Wright, Meeks, Pasoko, Smith, Perry, Bennett, Williams, Fleming, and Opplinger. That'll be your. This is quite often when we see the folks that are really good at road series racing get out there and shine. And today it happened. A lot of drivers who are just very consistent, very good overall as well, able to do very well. And if not, a lot of drivers out there figuring it out. Road series kind of gets snubbed at a little bit, but a ton of fun to be able to see. Let's see. Josh Larson, Mesa, Biddy. Joe finishes in 22nd, the number 6 car. You get a Tony Edwards out there for running the numbers for us. I do believe that was who was out there doing it. Brian Tagg. The number 13 is going to bring out that tail of the field. The drivers started the track. Charles Balance out there as well, 10 laps down, and Robert Richards 10 laps down. Newbert, he finishes 4 laps down, but nothing to sneeze at here. It's a great racetrack, ton of fun, and what we'll do is we'll reach over and try to pluck up the race winner here. Oh, he wrecked it. Oh, man. He wrecked it. Drag him in. Try to drag him in here. Here he is. Frankie Barroso, your race winner, celebrating it. You had a great burnout on the front stretch. Full send into the corner right here. Looks like you're having fun. Walk me through this one, my man.
Yeah, I mean, stage 1 was just trying to make sure we could make it on fuel. Stage 2 was kind of just see what we got, and I had a pretty good piece under me. And then stage 3 was a bit of a strategy. Do you either say go late and maybe just splash the fuel, or do you try to pit a little earlier and get tires? And I mean, for a good bit there, I thought I was on the losing end because I was a little worried about Mitch there because if he would have saved enough fuel, he probably would have gotten me. But
I think because Tucker came out on 18. He's the only He's only one of a couple of drivers that did not pit. Jonathan Wright came out on 16 as well. So I was curious to see if he was going to be able to keep up that pace and do the same thing. But lo and behold, he had to come to pit road, and you were able to take back over that lead. Track seemed very viable. Hot brakes, spicy tires. Just seemed like a great drive here at Road America.
Yeah, man. I mean, even though it is the virtual Road America, it's awesome. It's an awesome track. It's such an awesome track. I mean, it's probably the best road course in America, personally, for me. Just the fast nature of it, and it works with every series. I mean, you could put NASCAR in here, you could put IndyCar here, you could put low horsepower Formula cars on here, and it would still make a great show. That's why, I mean, I think this place is just awesome from the first corner to the last corner. It's just an awesome place. I mean,
well, there's 20 plus drivers behind you that don't like it right now. I'm just saying. Either way, it was a good race. The stages are probably what made this track better for broadcasting as far as iRacing goes, because what we've seen in the past is this is a 4-mile track. These big tracks sometimes don't get used because of the nature of how big they are, and you guys were able to make it work and make it stick. So kudos to not just the league, but to you guys out there who are out there driving at 24. It's 96 miles total. But that was a long 96 miles for road series.
Yeah, it was definitely. I mean, I'm used to a little longer races here. I remember I'd done 32 laps here before, but yeah, I mean, either way, it's still an extremely long race, and you just gotta mentally be prepared for the end. And thankfully, I was.
You lead the series in wins, and you're gonna go into next week with that in mind. What are your plans as we start to dwindle down to the playoffs. I mean, you're already locked into the playoffs, and next week we've got Indianapolis.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here next week, but yeah, I mean, today was uh, a pretty terrific performance. I mean, it wasn't like the pace wise, like it was good, but just getting those valuable playoff points. We got 7. We got the max, and also max points as well. So yeah, I mean, today was almost a perfect day, basically. So
It was, I
yeah.
mean, your fastest lap, 2 minutes 11 point. It was like 6:93 or something. 2 minutes 11 seconds and .7 on my screen, of course, because my stuff rounds up to let me look at that. But Frankie, super fast race and very consistent for you. That was the key. It's what you talked about in your video. Get into the corner the right way and be easy with that throttle. Frank, congratulations on the race win here. Give your shout outs. I know you got some people out there watching from Miami.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Jason. First people I'd like to shout out is PGR for sponsoring this race. They're very good friends of mine. Brandon Perry. Uh, I hope he'd enjoy it. He enjoyed the race. I don't. Maybe I'll go talk to him later. But yeah, thanks to you for broadcasting it. Thanks to TFR for just providing everything for me and Reese and also thank you to all the fans out there watching. I hope it was a great race, and I'm definitely gonna go watch this after.
It was a ton of fun. It looked like it looked like it was really fun for you, and I like the fact that they've got the brakes down pat when it comes to braking patterns and glowing, and it looked good.
Yeah, these rotors are they're a little bit they're kind of a little tricky to get used to first, but once you get used to them, it's a really good. It's just a
They're
good car
huge.
fan
Yeah,
overall.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
huge, and that's what makes braking in these things hard. Disc brakes all around. They're huge calipers, huge rotors, and it takes a lot of stomping power to make it work. Or if you've got it set wrong, it can be very touchy. But Frank, I'm gonna let you go, buddy. Congratulations once again, and we'll see you when you get back.
Thank you, Jason.
Always the number 12 comes home a winner here, and we'll let him jump up there and do that. Let's talk to Mitch Diamond, the fastest Ford in the field, and there for a moment, I thought you were going to win this race. I thought you were saving fuel to be able to carry that 30-second lead to your advantage.
Man, I wish I could. It'd been a lot better. It was a
Um,
good race. So hats off to Frankie. He drove a great race. I couldn't really catch him. I was just kind of running my line, trying to see if he made a mistake and try to pounce.
well, at one point you had the fastest lap over him, and then it just seemed like he got faster as he wore the tires down. Is that kind of how you felt? You had to get the tires up to temp, and especially after a pit stop, get those tires up to temp, get the brakes locked in as well, because it seemed like on the straightaways, the cooling of the brakes seemed to kind of be different for everybody.
Yeah, tire temps were an issue at the start of the run. And then as we got going, his entry to the corner was a little bit smoother than mine, and he was able to get a lot more traction off the corner. I was trying to match it, but I just couldn't. So I was just trying to stay as close as I could, and hopefully he made a mistake, but he didn't. He drove a great race.
You both drove pretty darn good race. I mean, I can't do it. I mean, I can't. Yeah, put me in an LMP and I'd enjoy this race. But for the most part,
There you go.
they hug the ground a lot better for me in my opinion. I still go around and still wreck it and still looks pretty. But the NASCAR cars, it was a ton of fun to be able to watch this one and see just where everybody was kind of finding their routine. And this is what this track is it's a huge track. It's all about getting the routine in the corners, knowing the numbers, and you guys made an entertaining race, and it was all about fuel strategy at the end, which you guys know I like fuel strategy races. Mitch, congratulations, man. It looked like it was fun.
It was a good time. It was all about rhythm and pacing yourself, keeping the car under you. It was a lot of fun, and I think we're going to add one or two more to next season. So I'm really looking forward to that as well.
So I wish you guys would add Watkins Glen. I think that is probably. I know it gets a lot of flack for being too easy for some folks, but I think with the updates of these cars, it's going to be a tougher race for a lot of folks, and I think it'll keep it a lot closer racing for those who are familiar with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do too. I think so. And the race fans and the virtual race fans both, I think, know that track the best too. So it makes it an easier watch, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, and you could run more laps too. I mean, what is it, 118 for most Cup cars? So I imagine that'd be pretty close to the same for what they do here. I can talk your ear off about Road Series and what they can do here, but Mitch, give your shout outs out there. Congratulations on the P2 finish, and it helps your points. And it's gonna be about coming down to the wire. We've got Indianapolis next week.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you, and thank you to Steve and Wheels America, everybody in the league, and go out there and try to win Indy next week.
That's right. That's right. I hope they run the 500. I would love to see it. No, not this short notice, but I want somebody to do a full race. One of them.
I'm in. Let's do it.
I don't know which one. I don't care. I like Indy. I like the Coke 600. We could do that. We could do the the Indy 500, not Indy 500, Daytona or Talladega 5. I'm down. I'm down. Somebody put it out there.
Sign me up.
All right, Mitch. Well, if I hear of it, I'll throw it out there. Well, man, congratulations. We'll see you next week at Indy.
I appreciate you.
Always. Mitch Diamond finishes in second and does a phenomenal job. Let's talk to the 45. Is there for a little bit. I was wondering if you were going to get around two drivers, and you did, and you made it stick, made it work. It goes Chevy, Ford, Toyota. You're the lone Toyota in the field, and you found yourself in third. How'd you do it? Walk me through this one.
I was just, I don't know. I have a little bit of a road racing background. Actually, the circle track's a little new to me, so I was kind of excited for this race. So, but mostly I just really just kind of took it easy, tried to make consistent laps, and try to bring it on home.
Yeah, well, you did. I mean, your average lap time somewhere around. Let's see, your last lap time was actually better than the race leader. Don't tell Frankie that. No, I'll tell you, Joe. But your best lap 2:14.81. It seemed like it was it could be a smooth driving track even when it came to passing. A lot of passing happened on the straightaways.
Yeah, I seem to. I really like to just ease into the corner and just try to get a real good runoff, and it seemed to work for me on a few guys.
They were able to find. You were able to find some groove. You had a great pit stop, pitted on lap 22. Made it consistent. Found yourself out there. It looked like. I said it to the other guys. It looked like a fun race. Was it fun for you? I have to ask.
Yeah, it was honestly it was a blast. I love driving these cars on around some road tracks. This one's a good one to get into a little groove and just kind of go for it.
From the next gen cars to, have you done any of the Road Series racing with the Gen 6 cars?
Yeah, I did a little bit, and this is a lot easier, compared to, at least for me, coming from a road point of view. It's a lot easier to just get grips with the car.
Yeah, because those that lower center of gravity, everything I wondered if the NASCAR Road Series was going to be more competitive racing. We saw it with Circuit of the Americas and NASCAR. We're seeing it here. This is kind of a preview of what they're going to be looking like, except for hopefully by the time they get to Road America, there's no, like drop axles or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, to see if they can get their wheel situation figured out too.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. How many? At least one a week since the start of the NASCAR season. Jesse, congratulations, my man. I know that Wenatchee's proud of you. I'm sure your teammates are pretty proud of you. Congratulations on a P3 finish. Give your shout outs.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm happy to be representing PGR. Actually, I race in their Saturday league for F1, so it's good to get a podium for them.
I was wondering who was going to be the one that did it because of the F1 style racing that you guys do on the Xbox. Somebody asked earlier in the Discord, do they have a broadcasted F1 style on the Xbox? That's what was asked.
Yeah, we have a broadcaster. He's actually from England, so he kind of gives a good feel to it.
Perfect. You can find all the details on Twitter and on the Facebook page.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Jesse, congratulations on a P3 finish. Look forward to seeing you at Indy. That's going to be fun. It's similar corners to what you're used to here. I think you'll have fun with that one.
Yeah, yeah, hopefully.
All right, man. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Jesse finishes in third, and what a great race. Frankie Barroso gave you the little preview at the very beginning, comes around and makes it his show. Totally joking. It's a good race. Fantastic race. My second pleasant experience, or this is my better experience, and I think stages are something that leagues should be looking at when it comes to competitiveness and how to break up some things out there. Some stages are not for everybody. Sometimes it lengthens races. Sometimes in order to make that work, you have to kind of extend the race just a little bit as far as laps go. Some people don't have that kind of time. Some people enjoy that kind of time. But it worked here for Road America, and I'm an advocate for it in this series. And not just in this series, but in others who want to run the longer road courses. I highly, if you're running the NASCAR style, I highly encourage you to get out there and put stages on your road series. Do it just like they did here. It worked perfectly, folks. We love and appreciate every single one of you out there. Give us a like, give us a follow on all the platforms. Texas Kelvin says, yeah. Congrats on the team right there. Kelvin, he's out there on YouTube as well. Make sure I put his link in the chat for Facebook and on Twitter and everything. You won't see it on the YouTube chat replay, but it's all good. He's got his Twitch channel out there. Go give him some love over there. Give him some love on his Facebook or on his YouTube as well. You see him out there. Thank you to everybody for doing what you do. Much love and appreciation. Thank you to the Wheels America Cup Series and to all the folks involved over there. Thank you to the 22Q 11.2 Foundation, the International 22Q 11.2 Foundation out there, 22q.org for that. Thank you to Prime Game Racing out there, PGR, part of the big factors. I put their links in the description of the videos, so make sure you get out there and you give them a follow on Facebook and Twitter. PGR stepping up and knocking it out of the park here at Road America, and all the drivers did too. Thank you on my side, Prime Grid Racing, not Prime Game Racing. Sorry about that, Prime Grid Racing. And thank you to all the folks out there stepping it up on my end of the bargain here too. I love and appreciate everybody that gets out there and supports gaming and the iRacing broadcasts, including what I do over here. Tomorrow night, Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. Going to be Friday night. Tune in for that. Saturday, gaming. We're going to be gaming. That's what we're doing. Saturday, gaming. Saturday, I have one appointment, and then we're gaming. Love you. See you in the next one. Hotkey, stop working.